Day, France against Croatia in what was an amazing finale to the 2018 World Cup. France were to become the sixth multiple winner of this tournament, joining Argentina, Brazil, Uruguay, France, Italy and Germany. Coach Didier Deschamps would thus become only the third coach after Mario Zagallo and Franz Beckenbauer to win the World Cup, both as coach and as manager. France, unbeaten in 5 games against Croatia, would field the same side that started against Belgium. 5 of the team that started the 2016 final against Portugal would be amongst the 11 today, as Captain Lloris was making his 104th appearance, one more than his manager. Experienced Croatia would the 10th team from Europe to reach the World Cup finals. The others being from South America, Argentina, Uruguay and of course Brazil. They'd field players that played at the best sides around Europe, and they'd start with the side that had opened against England in the semi-final. After 3 gruelling knockout games, one wondered how much Croatia still had within their legs. They'd be the first side via a playoff in the qualifiers to reach a World Cup final since Germany in 2002. This contest brought back memories of the semi-final between Croatia and France in Paris, in which Davor Šuker saw his goal cancelled out by 2 strikes from defender Lilian Thuram, who would score his only 2 goals ever in 142 appearances during that semi-final. To the contest, it was to be a bright opening from Croatia, and as they were pressing the French, who were unable to make inroads out of their own half. This for at least 10 minutes. Physical Croatia, certainly sharper and probing for opportunities in the French goal. Croatia definitely had the dominance and possession, and it continued very much unimpeded. But then France, totally against the run of play, were to go ahead. This from Griezmann's flighted free kick, debatably given, where most feel that it was actually a dive. The ball was to skim off the head of Mario Mandzukic for a 12th own goal at the World Cup. Croatia's defence had been far too deep, as it was the first own goal scored ever in a World Cup final. Energetic Croatia certainly required the spirit to get back into the game, just like they had in their 3 previous knockout games, and they deservedly did so, with Perisic to strike his 21st goal, switching the ball from right to left in a crowded box before striking low and hard past Lloris, giving him no chance. But just as Croatia started to take a grip and settle, an official review for handball, the VAR's suggesting to the ref to look over a decision then after much deliberation, it took about 3 minutes. The referee, the same as that started the competition in charge of the Russia-Saudi Arabia game, came to the conclusion that it was an intentional handball, and a penalty was awarded to France, with Griezmann having scored 2 penalty kicks to keep his composure and side foot France into the goal for his 4th goal at this tournament, France in the lead. There was almost an immediate response from Croatia, but Rebic was unable to find the finish, as Mandzukic showed was too slow in his reaction. This as France remained fortunate to be ahead. Soon the back of Pogba was to deny Perisic, as the striker was unable to thrust himself on a fantastic ball into the area from Vassalsko. So Croatia went down 2-1 behind, but they maintained their intensity and they certainly needed the spirit of the three encounters to somehow find their way back into this World Cup final. It was an open second half as Rebic, with an effort, saw the attempt well touched over by Lloris. Croatia was certainly on the front foot, but there was a warning as Mbappe displayed his frightening pace with Vida left for dead with only the legs of Subasic to deny France a third goal. But Kante, on a yellow card, saw himself replaced by Steven Nzonzi. This as Brozovic made the important interception to deny the ball falling nicely, to deny the ball dropping perfectly for Griezmann to finish. It was only temporary respite as France were to consolidate its strong position, as Croatia really seemed to see their dream of lifting the World Cup drift further. First, Paul Pogba from the edge of the area, a second attempt to drive with his left foot past Subasic, given no chance. Then within 5 minutes, Kylian Mbappe was to equal the feat of Pele to become only the second teenager to score in a World Cup final, driving hard and low, giving Subasic no chance. Hit into the corner. France were ecstatic, but there was a slight twist as a horrendous mistake from Lloris gave Croatia some hope. And in an attempt to clear his lines, he only succeeded in kicking the ball onto Mandzukic with with Croatia finding some hope. But really, Croatia kept moving and passing and continued to dig deep, but France were just running the clock down with 15 minutes remaining. Croatia's efforts seemingly were all in vain as the French stood tight and very much resolute. Nonetheless, the Croatian fans were saluting their heroes. The 5 minutes of stoppage time were played with Vrsaljko to scythe down Griezmann for yet another yellow card. Pogba then took his eye off the ball when the chance for a second appeared. This following the quick thinking of Mbappe from the free kick. So that was it, and France were to become multiple champions, and with the second ever win, their first on foreign soil, Croatia would be saluted and remembered for their contribution. France, the world champions, once again.